I want to get your take on kind of current market conditions. Obviously, everything's not financial advice, but I feel like I can't bring a PhD in macro econ on the pod and not get your take right now on like what we're seeing in the market. Like, have we seen the bottom, or how are you thinking about what's going on right now?
Yeah, good question. I can spend hours just talking about that.
I know I
But
opened a dangerous can of worms
you
here.
just like open the can of worms. But, you know, uh, as you know, the market has been rebounding. Both the risk asset, the U.S. equities and crypto market have been going up since middle of June. So we've had kind of over 2 months of bull run, if you will. So, if you look at the macroeconomic conditions, right, the downturn, the market crash was initially triggered by the switch in monetary policy. So the monetary tightening had a huge effect on risk assets, equity, and crypto. And I would say it has a bigger impact on crypto um, because crypto tokens of crypto projects, they are even more early stage on average compared
Yeah.
to the stocks that have already IPO'd, you know. And also, it's such a small market. It's really predominantly driven by new money inflow into the market to prop the price up. So anything that has a impact on liquidity is going to disproportionately impact the crypto price compared to equity price. And the third factor is uh, crypto is also global. So, but most of the token prices, it's denominated in US dollars. Right. So, people have been trying to get traction, get people to denominate token prices in ETH or in BTC. They haven't succeeded. So, de facto, we have US dollar as the denominator for crypto prices. So when US dollar appreciates, when you have a global assets, that's not just people in the US buying it. You have huge user bases from Europe, from Asia, and when US dollar appreciates, yeah, that's going to have a negative impact on crypto prices. More so compared to U.S. equities, which obviously has overseas investors. So that has an impact too, but not nearly to the same extent as the kind of global market which crypto has, right?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about are we seeing a bottom, or are we going to have a bull run continue? You got to look at, has any of that fundamental changed or not? So I will argue those fundamentals have not changed. So we've had since the end of last year, the fastest pace of interest rate increase in the United States, and also to some extent globally, right? So,
Yep.
so if you look at, is this trend going to continue? I don't see the reason why the Fed is going to change the tightening stance, anytime soon. There may be a case to be said about, the pace of that policy, change, whether they're going to tighten slower or faster. So, since the inflation seems to have peaked, at least in the short term, you may argue they could be doing a slower pace of tightening. But let's not forget, it's still at 8.5%, the CPI inflation in the United States, which is way beyond the actual targeted range for inflation.
Yeah.
So the tightening
So it sounds like that bounce is a little bit the bounce we've seen over the last 2 months that you mentioned, from like June now through early August, is maybe reacting to the tightening, but it's still not going back down. And so,
So-
you
so-
don't view
so
this
in-
as the
so-
bottom in.
So in any market, when you have such a sharp drawdown for over a very short period of time, at some point you run out of sellers, or the liquidations, at least temporarily, has been exhausted, and then you have the opportunity for a market rebound. If you look at the past bear markets, the post the dot-com crash, for example, you had 2-3 times at least where the market rebounded 45 to like 60% over 1 month to 3 month period. But does that mean the market hit bottom at the time? No. But, in 2002, there were multiple of those pretty significant scale of rebound. So if you are a swing trader, this is a great environment. I hope everybody has been taking advantage of the recovery that we've seen in the market over the past couple months. But do I think this is the end of bear market? I don't think so.
You're listening to the Unstoppable Podcast, the go-to place for everyone to learn about the latest innovations in Web3, NFTs, and the decentralized web. Welcome to the metaverse.